Boom. We are back with the king of fucking Aldinga.
I'm the king of the pokies tonight.
The king of the pokies.
I was fucking like an Aldinga fucking barfly at the pokies, just in there with the locals.
You have paid for your whole trip?
And Shogun's done it again.
The Shogun's done it once again.
And the thing is with Perth, there's no pokies, so
They don't have them in pubs?
No, they don't have them in pubs, so...
Oh, you can only go to the cast.
Probably
to play
why the
pokies.
fucking meth problem's so bad. No, but yeah, I think, I don't know, they just never did it. It's weird because I think they had the whole live music thing in focus back in the day, because like when the pokies came here, it pretty much, oh, there goes your fucking band room at the back of your fucking pub. They all became the fucking pokey rooms. And I think Perth kind of stuck with the live music thing, and
I guess that's not too bad.
I think it's pretty good.
And pokies will fucking get you.
Oh, fucking oath. Like, yeah, you could lose. And you know how they make them, I feel like now they're bigger and bolder and fucking whatever, and you don't win as much.
No, you don't.
Like, it's like you fucking, and I got lucky tonight. Like, I literally had the free games, got the free games in the free games, and then fucking, yeah, I won 300.
That's not a bad innings.
Yeah, just when I was wasting time to get here.
So what was it when we did the podcast like a year ago? You were just opening up your last studio.
Yeah, so we were. It was about August. So
About a year almost.
Yeah, nearly a year ago.
9 months, 10 months. No
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So time goes and it's fucking cold again here as per usual.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Oh, and I got here and I was like, oh, because like Perth's still fucking warm during the day. It's still like 26 to 28, and I got here, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking freezing in Adelaide.
And then when I came to see you last night, I literally was from the Flinders Hospital to fucking yours on the way. I was like, I need to go buy another fucking jumper. So I went to fucking Kmart, bought another one. Still was frozen on the way home. I was like, couldn't get home fucking fast enough.
You picked the worst fucking week to get a Harley.
Yeah, I know. Worst week to fuck. And I was, but like during the day, because I rode out to Maiponga today and stuff, and it was great. Like, it was fucking pretty warm.
Yeah, they hooked you up pretty nice.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they're fucking legends.
What did are you like just a big customer, and obviously because you're a bit of a personality?
It's because of the bands. The dude,
Yeah, right.
Shane, who like hooked me up, he's like been around music and the hardcore metal fucking world for fucking ages. So he just out of the blue hit me up a while back. He's like, do you want to do this YouTube fucking thing for us? And I was like, yeah, done. And then at first I literally thought it was a fucking podcast. I was like, oh, it's just a fucking podcast interview, same old shit. And then when I read it, I was like, oh, hang on, they're sending a fucking film team. And like they're like bringing someone to interview me, and it's a bit more fucking full on than I thought. And I like literally left it in my email for a month. And he messaged me, he goes, "You gonna get around to this shit?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll fucking look." And then I looked and went, "Oh, okay. So this is a bit more than I fucking thought." And at the time, like they'd done like Ross Clark Jones, Megan Gale, bunch of fucking like kind of more proper celebrity people, not. And like I think there were some AFL players, and then it's like, yeah, they did like Charlie Dixon, yeah, they did fucking heaps. And then I was like, oh, fucking weird, because I'm just a fucking dickhead from a band from Aldinga. But I think they're just also trying to do that crossover, because they do know I fucking ride, and I like have so much to fucking do with bike shit back in Perth that they know like if I'm going to talk about them, I fucking got a fair idea of.
And you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you is there any progress on getting Prom Queen back together? Because that was the most frequent asked question yesterday.
So the other night I decided to go to Guzman and Gomez, and my fucking inbox was smashed yesterday. And I posted, oh, how about a free sponsorship or something? Just taking the piss. Because I know Pete and that get hooked up with their podcast and stuff like that. He's like one of the dudes that Guzman's like a hardcore dude, and then he's like, yeah, for a prom queen reunion or something. And I was like, oh, I'll just share this, it's kind of funny. Oh. And then my fucking inbox, like, no, that's the reason, fucking get the band back together. And then it's like, I sent it to Jonah, I sent it to JJ, I sent it to Kev. They're like, imagine if we had that when we were a fucking band. If you had like those kind of hookups with food and shit.
Just Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Like back in the day, if we had like Instagram and Taco Bell in America were hooking us up, fuck. Would have made things so much easier.
And what is Jonah the only one that doesn't live in Australia now?
And
Yeah.
he's on a different kind of thing now because he works for Monster. His side of things when it comes to like dance, so he does as far as I know from what we've chatted about, it's more in the vein of the fucking dance music side of Monster.
Really?
So he does like deals with Fisher and like different fucking dance artists. They're not like the metal bands and stuff. I don't know. I think more so that's the lane that Monster would go for because it's like they can chuck a fucking Monster on their fucking decks. They fucking obviously get a lot of fucking social media fucking like Fish is huge. And Jonah was telling me about it all and it's like you're talking fucking flying in private jets and shit like that. Like metalcore isn't doing that.
It's different from a van.
It's different from a fucking shit van and everyone farting on each other.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty gnarly. And I'm stoked for him because he's like always been such a fucking smart music person. So whatever he kind of does, he's always kind of pulls it off, you know? I kind of always felt like me and Jonah very similar in our ways. Like whatever we kind of do, whether it be bands, whether it be fucking business, whether it be other shit, somehow we can talk our fucking way into anything. And talk like, and even I can talk myself to believe that I'm a fucking expert on everything. I may not be, but I don't know, I feel like I've always had fucking belief that even when shit's fucked, it's going to get better and I'm just going to work it out.
Just wing it.
And I feel like he's exactly the same. He's gone from fucking being in very successful bands, touring the fucking world, getting a job at Monster, which he dealt with band shit over the years and so forth, and talked his way into a fucking private jet with fucking Fisher hanging out at fucking festivals.
That's not bad at all.
That's not a bad gig.
That's not a bad gig at all.
Yeah, so it's you know what? Like when it comes to fucking people out of music and after music, I like to hear people doing cool shit because like whether it's a business or whether you're fucking whatever you work for, when there's success after music, it's fucking cool to see because the transition from music to real life
could be depressing.
Fucking hard. Like it's a really hard thing, and when you see your mates doing cool shit, it's fucking I don't know.
And it's probably not as hard for you as it is for other people because you never got fucked up and stuff. That lifestyle would be even harder to leave.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of band dudes have kind of come unstuck over time is they'll finish a career and not only are they've got no money because they fucking spent it all, but they're also struggling with this life after music of whether it be an addiction, whether it be a drinking problem, whether it be fucking even a gambling problem. I know fucking plenty of people. Like, I'll fucking say it myself. I'm throwing money away at parts of my life. Go on the casino playing poker, fucking sitting there for fucking 10 hours like a degenerate. But at the time I was like, oh, fuck, whatever. I'm going to sell fucking $10,000 worth of fucking clothing brand shit this week. Just go gamble. Which, it's not well and good, but...
Then the money stops
The
sometimes.
money stops, and then you're like, fuck, what am I going to do next?
Yeah.
And I've just managed to get myself into just other stuff, business-wise, which is fucking cool. And like... That's the biggest thing when it comes to music. There's such a fucking... like transition of what living. I always say music's living a dream because you can't. It's unlike any job in the fucking world. Like what job pays for your fucking flights, your hotels, your food and everything to be in a different country every fucking day or different US state or fucking whatever. It's like I didn't fucking spend a cent and I got to go all over fucking Europe, all over America, all over fucking Asia. Like, who'd fucking thought? It's like, oh, one moment. It's like, and I never thought I'd be like, oh, you know what? I've fucking played Wuhan in China. Like, really? No other cunt is saying that.
Really?
Like, no one's playing Wuhan.
You had fans there?
Fuck knows. I can't remember. I just, the show was like probably 100 people. But you've pulled 100 Chinese people.
That's crazy.
Like, that's psycho. Like, I don't care that there's fucking 50 billion Chinese people. 100 of them came to this show, and every night I think we did 10 shows in China. No fucking band's doing 10. I don't even know anyone. I think Parkway might have gone to Hong Kong, but I don't really know anyone that's done China.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's they probably haven't gone for a reason, but
you see, even like not even transitioning out of the lifestyle. You see, like what's happening with fucking Amity right now with
with Aaron.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and he's one of my real good friends. Like literally, we've known each other fucking forever. And like, I don't know if I'm speaking out of school when it comes to a lot of this shit, but Joel obviously battled not only like an alcoholism problem, depression, and all these things, because like it's very common in their lyrics and so forth when it comes to, they've been pretty open about the depression side of things. And then I think Aaron's just battled for so long, and like I've always felt that like him as Aaron as a person has always kind of been the king of the castle. He's always had the people around him fucking partying and all this other stuff.
Lots of yes men as well.
Fully, and that's bands. Like I've always said that with any band, you're all fucking, everyone's like kissing your ass and you're fucking best cunt on the planet until your band's not fucking doing well anymore. I think when it comes to them is they've made a fucking hard decision, but the right decision to help him. Because as far as like Dan and Joel and Caleb, their manager, goes, they're putting him first by going, hey, need to get you back to Australia and whatnot. I don't know the full ins and outs. Like I've obviously read the statement and I've chatted to my friends, but if someone's like that and someone's in a very drunken, alcohol dependent fucking situation, unless they're not going to help themselves, they're not going to agree with the fucking decision, and they're not going to see how bad the problem has gotten. We've all had friends addicted to drugs or alcoholics or fucking whatever. When have you ever gone, oh yeah, I'm pretty fucked? Never.
Yeah.
Never. It's like, and that's why I'm like, when I seen him post and stuff, he's home with his dad and stuff like that. And it's like, honestly probably the best place for him, and not in a fucking band room where every night the alcohol's there, the fucking, like you could walk, if you were a dude in a band and went, hey, on Twitter or Instagram, went, hey, keen to party tonight, and chucked up a fucking few emojis to look like you're looking for fucking anything, people are going to message you and offer you anything.
For free.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just want to hang with the
band. Let's go get on the fucking blah like this. Let's go get pissed. Let's fucking smoke fucking joints. Like, doesn't matter what your vice is, they're going to offer it. So it's like, I always say, like, touring and fucking band life is the best shit in the world. But also for some people can be fucking hard, because it's like, if you're addicted to it, whether it be alcohol, whether it be drugs, whatever. And even when it comes to like your mental health, the fucking roller coaster of it all is fucking out of control.
I guess you can get probably a bit of a god complex at some states. Is like in some, at the height of your career, it'd be hard to fucking rein yourself. I'd be a cockhead if I had any form of fame.
I look at myself and go, fuck, me now would wants to fight young me. Like, I'm like, you're a fucking dick. Like, I was definitely a dickhead, but at the same time, people were like, yep, you're this, you're fucking that, you're that, here you are, fucking go on TV, all these fucking things. I'm lucky I didn't fucking do drugs and fucking party and shit like that, because the shit that would get offered to me. Like, it's always like people are like, oh yeah, we should fucking catch up for a fucking drink. I'm like, I still don't drink. Nothing's changed. You want to fucking, like, comes to my mates or fucking people I've known over the years or whatever, it's like, you want to go for a fucking pub feed? Done. Like, I'm quite keen to eat food whenever. But it's like, always people are like, and the fact is people always seem to put together catching up and fucking having a yarn or whatever with getting pissed, like, or having a few drinks. It's like, you can want to go for a fucking coffee? It's like me and my business partner, like he drinks, but like if we're gonna go fucking do something, we're gonna go have lunch and have a coffee. Like it's like standard day. But for most people, it's like, oh, fucking come out, we'll have a few fucking beers, fucking blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it's always going to be offered there. Because to some people, these people in fucking bands can never do fucking wrong. Like, even if he's, and whether it's him or whether it's fucking people of the past, whether it's fucking whether it was Sean Kennedy, the offer was always fucking there. It's like, let's go fucking party. It's like, sometimes the party's got to slow down. You're getting a bit older. And especially the Amity Affliction, they're ginormous at the moment.
They're huge.
Fucking huge. This is one of the biggest tours they've ever done in the US. And I read the comments and they're like, oh, you were off, you were this, you were that to him. And like, go look after yourself kind of thing. So
I seen the fan base in the comments actually really got behind it rather than fucking like slating him, which was really nice to see.
Yeah, and that's the support someone needs. They need to go, okay, regardless of, because that band's never going to fucking kick him out. They just want what's best for him. And currently, not being on tour is best for him. And I'm sure the three of the other band members and Caleb, their manager, would have fucking been rattling their brain for fucking weeks. Like, I don't these kind of decisions don't come lightly. And when someone's been partying and whatever for so fucking long, I think it's hit a turning point where it's like, yeah, it's time. It's time to get some proper help. And unfortunately for some fucking bands, that help isn't even offered.
But then the worst case scenario can fucking happen, and
exactly.
They go into like a full pit of fucking depression and top themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's scary.
Because that's the next step.
It's people either go down that path where they could maybe commit suicide or whatnot, or drink themselves to death, or take some prescription drugs that are gonna fucking stop fucking your heart. Like, there's all these people that have been in bands over the years that, whether it be a suicide or whether it be an accidental overdose or whatever, there's a history of it. There's a history of musicians being fucking cook cunts, fucking up and accidentally killing themselves or committing suicide, which is fucking sad. And that's, like, I say this, like, and I say cook cunts in a light-hearted way, just because it's like I've lost someone to suicide, but the thing of the road and the touring and the fucking lifestyle and whatever probably played a big factor in the mental health problem as well. And it's such a fucked thing, because I look at it and I rattle my brain about mental health stuff all the time, because like, it only takes a few things for me to even fucking spiral mentally. And just like recently with the stuff with my mum the cancer coming back and the surgeries and like, as graphic as I'm open book. So they may have had to have a fucking bag and I was rattled. I was like, my mum's getting fucking old. What's life after my mum? So the last 2 weeks, I've been fucking a shell of myself. I actually messaged some of my workers. I'm like, I'm sorry if I was a cunt this week, but like, I'm fucking struggling. I just need to get home. And then once I got home, got to the hospital, seen my mum walking around, able to drop her home today. Didn't end up with the fucking bag. Surgery went well and all this stuff. I'm like, well, hopefully there's a fucking few years left in fucking... She's a tough old fucking bird. So hopefully fucking sinking bundies and shit will fucking get her through another fucking 10 years. But yeah, like... And that's me as a sober person. So for all the other people, whether they're drinking or fucking drugs or fucking whatever, and then say they go through a relationship breakdown or someone's sick in their family or fucking whatever, I can imagine their spiral is times by 10, because I'm struggling to fucking keep my head above water. And you don't have any chemicals. And I don't have this fucking roller coaster of fucking serotonin levels in my brain going, fuck. Like, I'm like pretty cool, calm and collected most of the time. I get told like that, like, I'm nearly too chill about stuff, but I think when I'm fucking super chill about shit, I'm more bottling shit up. So, and I'm fucking real open. Like, when it comes to this cancer situation in my family, it's the number one thing that's caused me depression, because it's not only the cause of the fact that you overthink and you're losing family members, and the fear that you... Like, my mum was diagnosed with lung cancer 12 years ago. 11, 12 years ago, because Kennedy... Yeah, so Kennedy was just born. I looked at the photo today, actually, because it was when my mum was in hospital. We had Kennedy as a baby at my mum's. So that was 12 years ago, and told she had 6 months to live then.
Bloody hell.
So Bundy has got her through this long, so hopefully another few more years. But in that time, my dad died. About 6 months before that, my best friend Adam died from brain cancer. Then my sister got cancer. Then my auntie got cancer. My auntie died a couple of years ago on Christmas. So it's like, I got to a point where I was also thinking that maybe it's going to get me. And so when I started to see a psych, they were like, well, do you smoke? What's your health like? This, and this. Get checkups, and fucking did. And the doctor's like, what are you talking about? You're fine. Like, you're fucking healthy. You go to the gym, you fucking train, you fucking eat well. You don't smoke, you don't do drugs. Like, you're sweet. Stop fucking overthinking. And I was like, okay, well, I just needed to hear that. But for a good number of years there, I was fucking rattled. So, but that's just me. I'm ADHD. Like, yeah, I always say I'm fucking semi-retarded. Like, I'm literally just a rattle brain, and yeah, I think I got dropped on my head.
Fame's such a fucking weird thing though, because you can do everything right. Like, I see it happening to Slaughter to Prevail, like Alex Terrible now. Because I reckon the last like maybe 12, 18 months, they've like exploded pretty fucking big. Especially Alex as like a personality.
Oh, he's ginormous.
And fuck, he gets slated online.
Yeah, like, and he just does not give a fuck. He's like, I'm fucking Russian.
He's a bad motherfucker.
He's like, I don't care. Like, and it's like, people are getting cancelled left, right, and centre, and they're like, how the fuck do we cancel this cunt? His country's like at war with another country, and he's left to try and have some kind of freedom for his band. And look at his fucking band.
Huge.
They're ginormous. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you look at him as a person, you're like, this cunt's scary. Like, this guy literally looks like, if you were he's like the fucking like, he could have played Conor McGregor in fucking Roadhouse.
Yeah, he could
Like,
have.
he's that kind of bad cunt. Like, he looks fucking dangerous. So it's like, maybe that's it. He should just be doing fucking shit-house martial arts movies and just be the fucking ultimate boss in every fucking one of them. And then that's what's funny is how at the end of that fucking, what's that fucking, Ronnie Radke's fucking band, what are they called? Falling in Reverse?
Yeah.
He comes out and he's the fucking ultimate fucking dragon or fucking whatever it is at the end. So it's just his fucking voice is just like ginormous. And then when I watched the footage that he came out, it's like, this guy's fucking scary.
Oh, Alex's voice is incredible.
Incredible. Like,
it's incredible.
Yeah, I in all this time, I don't think there's ever been... honestly,
Will Ramos, you'd kind of say, but it's so different. It's totally different.
No, because it's like the voice and the character aren't there. Like, he looks like a fucking
surfer.
Yeah, he looks like he could be in race 6 riding a fucking horse.
Yeah,
like, he's fucking skinny.
30 kilos wet.
Yeah, like, he's tiny. Fucking Alex looks like he's gonna fucking punch your head in and bite your face off.
Yeah,
I'm not. I know all the big songs, but I haven't gone, oh, I'm going to go fucking listen to all this shit. Like, it's like all those bands I know the big songs from, because like I have like a fucking Spotify playlist that plays whatever. So, but I never gone, okay, I'm going to listen to all this band, I'm going to listen to Launch Shore or whatever. I just know the hits or the big songs. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one now.
They just released a new one. I haven't listened to it fully, but I heard the breakdown of it, and it's fucking mental. I think,
and you know what's crazy is like the extent of people's voices now just blows my mind. Like, I used to see people talking about Spirit Box, and I was like,
Spirit Box are good.
Fucking insane. Like, she just has this fucking it factor, and when she sings, and then when her heavy voice cross over. It's like, how is this possible? Like,
because she's a great vocalist and she can scream fucking
she could
tits
be a
off.
fucking pop singer. Like, she could be fucking, honestly, she could be fucking metalcore's Gwen Stefani, because her voice, her singing voice is so good. And like, and I literally heard it from TikTok, because I got TikTok to like make sure my daughter wasn't doing anything fucking stupid. So I got that to like just monitor fucking all of her dances and stuff like that, and make sure there wasn't weirdos fucking looking at it. And then I just started like hearing certain fucking things pop up. Obviously, I like heavy music's always played, so I don't know how much it's listening to what happens around the tattoo shop. But then just the videos of her in the studio just singing and then going into crazy heavy vocals.
Yeah, she's a freak.
I was like, this chick's at the top of it. Like, they should be... Like, I think they're big. I think they're real big. But they should be a fucking bigger than all of them.
Can you still scream?
I don't know.
You tried it in a while?
No.
No.
No, I don't need to.
No, you couldn't. Oh, you probably got fucking a couple in you.
I literally can walk into band practice and sound exactly the same every time.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Really?
I just know how to do it. I think it just needs to be the thing of, like, I need music, and I've always struggled in the studio.
You need the hype.
I need the band. I need a fucking band. There's been times where it's like, I'll just fucking in the studio, just lay on the fucking floor with a microphone and just fucking do whatever, because I need... Usually, I like people being around me. I like seeing other people enjoy music while I'll do...
Amps you up a bit as well.
Yeah, it's just something cool about being... And like, you know what? I used to hate going to band practice. Band practice is fucking shit house. But nowadays, I'm like, fuck. Like, if I get to jam, like when we went and did shows, not last year, the year before, it was cool to go to band practice for a week. Fly to Melbourne, hang out with my mates, fucking thing. So I talked about Confession doing some shit, but just waiting on a few things. Me and Dan that plays in Amity have talked about the Long Way Home CD front to back, like one night in Sydney, one night in Melbourne, big cities, bigger, like maybe 1,000 cap rooms, nothing fucking psycho, but just so we can play it front to back. We never did.
They're
a lot of hit, and the fact is there's songs on that album that have massive amounts of Spotify plays and YouTube and fucking whatever that we didn't play live. The bigger songs on it don't get played live. Like, the songs that get played live are like the fucking title track, maybe 2 or 3 songs off it, and then the rest were off the fucking Life and Death CD. So, yeah, umming and ahhing.
They're getting rid of the cranker.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see the news?
Yeah, is it actually done? Or
I think so.
Fuck.
I think, they had like... I'm pretty sure, yeah. They signed off on it. It would take years for them to probably knock it down, but...
What's that, they just leave the front and then build apartments behind it?
I reckon they're just going to knock the cunt down. Or maybe, yeah, I imagine. Yeah. That's what they're doing to the central markets and shit.
Are they?
We're getting like a 34-storey building in Adelaide.
What for?
Just apartments or some shit.
What, where the central markets is?
Nah, somewhere in the city. It's like the biggest... It's the most high. It's funny as the most high-rise building in Adelaide. It's like 40 stories or something.
Fuck. Yeah, well,
you'd be able to see it from fucking here.
Yeah, I think it's a shame.
Yeah, it's fucking shame.
I drove down Hindley Street the other day when I was going to footy to find a park, and like the fact that
Enigma's gone. Yeah,
and I was like, it's a venue that played a big role in metalcore. And
the Predator that used to be outside,
yeah,
it's for sale up the road.
How much?
Like 10 grand.
That's fucking. I wouldn't pay $10 for it.
Do you ever end up getting a Gravitron?
No.
You really wanted.
Yeah,
you were looking them up.
Mate, one of the tattoo artists literally messages me the funniest shit. He'd be like, the Gravitron. It's like he's gotten a bit better since he stopped drinking at the start of the year. So his late night wannabe purchases are fucking way slower these days. But like, he was set that we were going to be carnies and get a Gravitron. Like, it was fucking insane how much. He's like, it's a fucking bargain. I said, I don't know what a Gravitron is worth.
How much were they?
I think it was 20 grand or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah, well, I was like, fuck, it seems like a good deal. Like, I don't know where we're going to put it, but they're fucked. So I went to like a local like show thing recently, and that fucking, there was one there. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going on that.
You turn it into a studio.
Well, I was listening to, like, for some reason, like when we talk about something like a Gravitron, it reminds me, I listened to Club Good podcast the other week.
Club Good's fucking killer.
With Callum Preston on it, and Callum did a thing at like the Melbourne Museum or one of them kinds of places with like an old video shop.
Yeah.
So he put together like a remake of a video store. And like people going in like fucking mind blowing because it takes them back to a certain time. Video shops and Gravitrons are the same fucking era inside my head. Like I'm like
Blockbusters and Video Easy. So there's this artist in Adelaide called Donovan.
Yeah,
he's a killer artist, and he draws and paints like heritage Australian like nostalgia and Adelaide nostalgia.
Yeah.
He paints like Chico rolls, but they're perfect.
Yeah,
and he did like a series with Blockbuster and Video Easy. And they're, bro, fuck, I remember how dope it used to be when we used to go to Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Fridays. It was like a big deal. People won't understand it because you go, fuck, I'm going to get fucking 2 new releases and I'm going to get 10 fucking weeklies and I'm going to watch these for the week. And it's like fucking, yeah. And Friday nights or whatever day you'd go there, it was like an event to go to.
Oh, it was so good.
When, there's, I'm going to name drop another fucking artist / graphic designer. The old friend of mine, Patrick Galvin, who did like fucking everyone, Prom Queen, Parkway, Amity, fucking everyone's fucking artwork over time. Still does a bunch of shit for like, I think he's done shit for Northlane lately, Alpha Wolf and so forth. He does a remake of shirts and he's done like Mad Max, The Castle, Chopper, what was he got? 2 Hands. So he's done like all Australiana type of fucking old movies.
On clothing.
On clothes. And like it just says quotes and stuff like that. And he did one from The Castle with Dennis Denuto. The Castle reached out and gave him a cease and desist.
Really?
Yeah, for doing it. So,
get fucked.
Yeah, so supposedly they're still on the pulse as far as like, you can't copy our shit. So he did like Dennis Denuto fucking like a lawyer shirt and they fucking stopped him. He sent me one, which I'm not, he goes, basically, he wasn't supposed to sell them anymore.
He gave it to him.
Yeah, so he gifted me one. But yeah, basically, I'm pretty sure he was meant to destroy them.
That's hilarious.
So it's pretty fucking funny. But yeah, it's cool, like, because I bought a bunch of shirts and he sent me that one. It just brings me back so far when it comes to like those old Australian movies. And I actually want to go see that fucking new Mad Max this week.
Apparently, it's a wild.
Yeah, you know what's weird is I heard it's fucking sick, but then I read that it did real bad in the box office in America. But you know what, like, I think it's getting harder and harder for like.
People download shit illegally.
Who the fuck goes to the cinemas?
I never go. For a movie like that, and you got a daughter, so I guess it's different for you. Like you can take your daughter out. It's like a good day for you. But for me, for a movie like that, I'll fucking go watch it. Yeah. But like, they don't bring out good movies anymore.
Nah, and you know what? Like I had a tattoo shop underneath a fucking cinema. And you never see other than fucking maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, you never see anyone there. Like those cunts are just sitting there fucking doing fuck all in the day. And there might be a couple of older people go watch a fucking movie and maybe fucking family. But like you're talking, they've got these massive massive cinemas with fucking 5 people in them. Like I've gone to movies and there's no one in there. It's me and Kennedy sitting there like, let's sit wherever the fuck we want.
Cinemas used to be fucking chockers.
Packed. Yeah, and I don't know when that era of fucking stuff, like, it just people are like, fuck it. Like, I'll just wait fucking 2 months.
I like to stay up late at night and think of get-rich-quick schemes. And one of them once was, it'd be dope if you could set up like a movie theatre as a sports bar for UFC events, for private showings for the boys.
That'd be sick.
Like, unlimited, like, packages, so like 150 each. unlimited alcohol, food, but then you get the TV there, and it's you can have standing or recliners.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm not sure if they ever did it, but there was talk years ago. So all like Parkway crew and the Byron dudes, they all meet up like when the boys are home to still play Halo. So they still meet up like fucking maybe once a month, have a boys' night. They all play Halo, and they were heavily into it when like fucking 15 fucking plus years ago. And I'm pretty sure at one point they either did it or there was talk of it. They were going to hire out the cinema.
You can do it.
And play and get them all and set it all up. Maybe it was years ago for Winston's birthday, but I can't remember if they ended up doing it. But I remember them telling me and like, Jed telling me. I was like, that is the coolest shit ever.
You can do it still. So Marion Cinema, I looked yesterday because I was like, fuck, it would be dope if we could go hire it out for UFC 302 this weekend.
Yeah.
Between like 20 of us, 30 of us.
Yeah.
And one of the options is you can hire out the cinema for private gaming.
Oh, yeah. That's wild. How much?
I'm not sure. I don't. The fucking won't be that expensive, surely.
Where's the fight this week? Saudi Arabia.
Nah, it's in America.
It's in America.
Yeah, it's in America somewhere.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's even like, I don't know this week. I think fucking.
Oh, Islam's gonna.
I think he steamrolls in.
This is gonna come out on the Tuesday afterwards. So, but yeah, I got a feeling he's gonna finish him with a guillotine as well.
Yeah. I feel like he does whatever he fucking wants. Like Volk first time, I think he underestimated him.
Yeah.
I think that's more what it was. I think he was just like, I'm gonna fucking.
And Volk had his best performance. Islam might have not
had
his like best.
And then that second one, it's like, it happened, and Volk should never have taken that fight.
That was fucking rough to watch, wasn't it? The Tapuria one was worse for me.
That was bad.
He folded him.
Because I fucking hate the cunt.
Tapuria.
I hate him.
A little weasel away.
He literally, the shit that comes out of his mouth, it's like, man, you're never going to be that. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be the highest paid sportsman in fucking Spain. What? Come on, man.
Max Holloway's going to have something to say about that.
Literally, you're fighting in the fucking UFC. You're not fucking Conor McGregor. You're not a soccer star. Like, fucking Barcelona pays more to their fucking
reserves.
Yeah, literally, than you're ever going to make in your fucking life. The lineman of the Oval makes more than you do, cunt. Like, fucking relax. You might have made a couple of million this fucking time. The fucking greenskeeper is on more than you are.
Are you going to go to the next one?
In Perth. I actually, I think Harley are trying to hook me up, but fucking hope so.
With tickets?
Yeah.
They get good ones too.
Yeah, well, they got us box fucking seats for the WWE. So
really?
like, the boys went, I was in Bali, the boys went and they were like, Jack was there and fucking Ty was there and a few other UFC fighters and shit, all catered. Fucking the boys fucking had a night of it. They were fucking stoked. They're like, I think they wore button-up shirts thinking they had to be dressed up. Like, I was like, I don't think it's that big of a fucking deal. But they're like, I think they went thinking it was like a fucking suit and tie event.
If I had a box for the UFC, I'd fucking have a heart attack. I reckon.
Yeah, and I think because the WWE was at Optus, so it's ginormous. You're pretty fucking far away in a box, but.
Oh, they did it at Optus Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking see ants like this big.
Yeah, you'd be watching the TV.
Yeah, 100%. I still kind of do the footy.
I hate going to the footy.
Yeah.
It's so much better to watch at home.
Fuck, I nearly wore my Crows jacket, actually.
Should have done it.
I was literally going to wear that.
It's a good time to be a Crows supporter.
Yeah, just because we fucking won the showdown. just fucking bragging rights.
I lasted fucking 2 quarters that showdown and I was home.
Yeah, we're definitely showdown kings. We show up then and then we'll go to fucking Melbourne and fucking lose to Collingwood.
Yeah, it's a load of shit.
We've lost some fucking we've been stiffed a few times. Like
this year, there's been so many games within fucking 2-3 points. I swear, there's been more than any recent memory.
Yeah, and I reckon there's been more draws this year. Like
there's been 3 or 2. Nah,
we had one. Collingwood had one. I think Collingwood's had 2. Like I'm pretty sure
the games are just so close because the skill gap's closing now.
Yeah.
Kangaroos might win the premiership next year.
Fuck off. They're going to be fucking... Send them to Darwin. The thing is like they could have got sent to fucking Tassie and they fucked that. What? They pull less in fucking Tassie than the Aldinga Sharks do on a Saturday.
That's crazy.
I watched that one with Port, like just the highlights. And I was just like, there's no one fucking there. Like, how can you think to send a fucking team to play there with that little a crowd? Like, it's like, how's this financially viable? Like, I don't care if the government's giving you fucking money. No one wants to go. And the Kangaroos are so fucking shit. Why would they? Like, fucking basket case, fucking, I'm going to go to fucking town on them. Basket case of a football club. They've been given more fucking first round picks than fucking anyone, and they still can't so fucking pull it off. Yeah, like they're like fucking they got picks for fucking Horn Francis. They're getting fucking compensation picks. They're getting fucking your shit out. So here's some more picks. They've got all this stuff, and they still can't fucking find them. And then the one fucking thing they had to do was lose one game last year, and they end up with the fucking generational talent that fucking Harley Reid is. They fucked that, and now they're looking going, oh, well, fuck, he's pretty good. But you know what? You put him at North.
Reid's so good.
I think you put him at North, and the poor cunt is nowhere near what he is. Like, they've got to... people, oh, my God, fucking North is. West Coast aren't that far off when it comes to, like, their backline's fucking huge. Like, McGovern and Barras are because I hear about them so much. McGovern and Barras are all Australian backmen. They're both fucking guns. Their forward line, once Oscar Allen comes back, will be fucking good. Their on ball is fucking good. Their ruckman's good. There's good fucking pieces to their puzzle. We just chopped them the other night. Like, I don't know why we were so fucking good.
Nah, they are a good team now.
Like, they beat fucking Melbourne. They're probably going to be one of those teams that's a bit like what we've been in the past, a bit of like hometown bullies, you know? Like, you go to fucking Optus, they're probably going to fucking smash you. They literally made fucking Melbourne's midfield, who are arguably one of the best midfields, if not the best midfield the last bunch of years.
But they get dicked with travel a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, and the travel shit, like, all these things, and it's like, they're not that far off. They're in a lot better position than St Kilda. They're a lot better position than probably, well, North Melbourne, 100%. Hawks have shown some fucking promise in the last few weeks. But those lower fucking teams, they're probably, out of all of them, you go, okay, well, Hawthorn have won fucking flags, like, and that's probably the saving grace for their last 20 years. West Coast have won nearly as many. Like, other than Hawthorn, West Coast have won, I think, fucking three flags in the last since the AFL, which is a lot fucking better than St Kilda, which is a lot better than fucking North, which is a lot better than a lot of fucking clubs. I think it's like goes Brisbane, maybe Collingwood, Hawks and West Coast are the most successful teams premiership wise in the modern era. But like the way they were talked about, it's like I've got a bit of a soft spot for them because I live there and I hear about them so much and all my mates go for them and so forth. But the way Melbourne media talks about whether it's us, whether it's Port, whether it's fucking Sydney, whether it's West Coast fucking thing, we may as well not fucking exist.
Yeah,
like,
they still think it's the VFL.
They literally do. And it's like, it's like if Tex Walker was at a fucking Melbourne club, he would be he's the biggest forward in the game. Like, I don't care what anyone says. In, like, Curnow, the way Curno's talked about, it's like he may as well be fucking Jesus. Like, the Carlton and that put him on such a fucking pedestal, and then you have, like, someone like Tex. Well, he was fucking right there last year. He fucking lost by a goal or 2 goals, and then I didn't win the fucking Coleman bet I had, which would have won me $5,000. Fuck. Yeah, so I was fucking dark about that. But, like, you put certain people, and then now it's like you have this thing with Harley Reid or whatever. Like, oh, he's missing fucking home, this, and this. It's like, you're trying to put this into his head because you want him back. Like, I read Tim Watson. Tim Watson would, like... I reckon Tim's like, fuck, go to Essendon. Like, all these AFL fucking dudes.
That's one team I can't fucking stand.
They may not be with these clubs anymore, but they've got fucking soft spots for them. And it's like Kane. Kane should not, and never talk about Port Adelaide because he fucking wanks. Like, he literally would suck Horn Francis off.
Oh, fucking would. He's a gun.
Like, literally him, fucking Butters, and fucking, what's the other? Rosie. He would literally fucking suck them all off. But then as soon as they're bad, he's like, oh, all of a sudden doesn't have an opinion.
No, sack Hinkley.
Oh, yeah. Like, he fucking hates Hinkley.
As soon as Paul have a bad game, you got to fucking say Hinkley.
He hates Hinkley. But that's the thing, like, Hinkley's walking around the fucking thing like Joe Biden. That cunt is just there. Like, I don't give a fuck. He may look like he's running the show, but the cunts in the box are running. He's like walking around the boundary like fucking just lost. I'm like fucking like, yeah, I've said it so many times. I said he's fucking like, he's the Port Adelaide version of Joe Biden.
He's fucking... when Burn Jones kicked that fucking goal against Hawthorn, I almost put my fucking fist through my TV last week.
Yeah. Oh, Ken's acting like he acts like he's the reason why you got out of fucking absolute jail on the weekend. That was none of your coaching.
We should have lost.
It literally just happens to be your fucking on-ballers are good, but you should have fucking lost.
And Hawthorn just played terrible last two quarters.
And they just fucking ball watching. Gets out the back and he fucking, wherever it got to, and he fucking soccers it. Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Sockered it, yeah. And then fucking won. I was like, I turned it off because I was like, oh, this is fucking over. And then I turned it back on with like, because I seen the score. I was like, oh, it's getting close. And then it's like 2 goals in fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah, Rioli just boof, straight in.
I was like, fuck. I was like, and I fucking love when Port lose. Port losing's like me watching Collingwood. I'm just like, fucking lose. And then us losing to either side's like the worst fucking... Like, talk about fucking depression. The Crows have put me through it. Like, it's only good that we've been pretty good in showdowns, that our pretty lackluster seasons. I'm like, but we won the showdown. That's enough for me for the year to continue hope. But yeah, like losing to Collingwood the other week, I was just like, fuck.
We could have a showdown during final series this year if Crows keep fucking winning.
Well, we've got a long way to go.
And he's got a good run now, though.
Yeah, we've got Hawks this week, but they've been good.
There's no good run, actually, really, is there?
I don't think, because anyone can beat anyone. The only team...
North.
Like anyone that plays North's going to win. But the only team that looks like it's a fucking freak show is Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney look like they're going to be really hard to beat. I can't put my money against Geelong ever, though. They're fucking just...
Well, a few players back and they could fucking change it. Like, they really could.
Yeah, I think they just take their foot off the gas halfway through the year. I reckon they go really hard at the start, then they just cruise kind of through the centre, and then they go hard again because their bodies wouldn't be able to fucking play a full season of football. They're old.
Dangerfield's out, fucking...
And I fucking hate Dangerfield, but he is one of the best footballers I've ever seen.
Oh, Trader.
He's
still Traderfield.
Yeah.
He not only did he leave the Crows, but he blocked me on fucking Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, because I kept harassing him. It was when I had massive amounts of followers, and like I started interacting with footballers, and I changed my fucking Instagram to saying football analyst and what was it, and fucking media or something. I put something. It's about being a fucking football reporter. I put all this shit, and it made me... And I think I put some awards that were someone else's. Like, I just put it as my whole bio. So I made it look like it. And then Fitzy shared a few of my things at the time. And so then I think people actually thought I was a football guy. So then I'd have players like fucking liking my shit, and I was just talking nonsense. So I just kept on harassing Danger. I was like, you're a traitor.
He is a fucking traitor, but he's so good.
And then fucking he blocked me. And then the Crows have muted me. So if I write a comment on the Crows, muted. Because like you can't even see it. Because went those...
Wait, the Crows muted you?
Yeah, recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I can't even write comments anymore. If they just don't show up. Because it would come at the top and I would say like, fucking play this person... Drop fucking Murphy. Like, I'd have a full opinion, which I'm stand by. Murphy's fucking shit. He has his moments. It's not good enough. There's players there that, like, I feel like if you've got an SANFL and you're like, fair enough, we won on the weekend, but we'd lost a few and whatever. You can't just like go, oh, Chase Jones is out and we're bringing in fucking Pedler. And then Pedler's out and we're bringing in fucking Murphy. And like, it's the same fucking like people. And it's like, oh, Himmelberg's out, so we're bringing in Burgess. It's like the same shit. They're just fucking... What didn't work 2 weeks ago, okay, and they've gone back to their SANFL and they've done fuck all. How about this player, and this player, and there's all these draft picks that we got and all these players and fucking whatever. How about you just give them a chance? Because, like, if we didn't have... if Murray wasn't injured, does Keane, the Irishman, get a game? And like, I was thinking that the other night. He's been a fucking breakthrough. He's a fucking gun. May not keep him because Collingwood might go for him. But if all that happened, do these players get a game? So it's like, you've nearly got to fucking just give people a chance.
Best thing Port did was give Rosie, Horn Francis and fucking Butters and shit, like, just fucking threw them in.
Here you go. You're all young, but fucking...
They all just fucking learn on the job.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like a lot of players, like, yeah, fucking Keane fucked up and De Goey got a fucking goal. We lost, but it's all part of the learning process.
They're a good fucking team as well.
You got a fucking Irishman who literally has played very minimal of this game. So it's like you've got to continue with certain things, but you've also got to give, like, and once he got his chance, it worked. And now we've got another strong backman, and Murray's still to come back, Thilthorpe's still to come back, Worrell's still to come back. Like,
it's a rough year for injuries for every club, eh?
I think Collingwood are the most fucked. I think Collingwood are real fucked. They're like full VFL side.
We might lose Rosie for this weekend for Thursday.
What's wrong?
I mean, I don't know. Someone messaged me just before you got here, and my fucking cousin's a Carlton supporter. I don't know if he's fucking
just rubbing it in.
I don't know if he's razzing it because he's a massive Carlton supporter, and he's like, apparently, like, Rosie might not be playing on Thursday. And I was like, yeah, fuck, we really need him.
Do you go to many games?
We got season tickets. I won't be able to on Thursday. If they're on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll go.
Yeah, I had a ride on the night we played Freo, but one of my mates' missus goes for Freo, so I'm glad we all didn't fucking go.
What a shit club to barrack for.
Oh, fucking...
Ugly colours, like shit logo.
I feel like they're not barracking for a real club. I feel like it's like they're like GWS. Like,
it is.
GWS don't seem like a real club.
Likes Freo.
Like, they're out in the fucking chicken paddock.
It's just numbers.
But you know what's crazy is that fucking... WA people, like, if you look at Optus... It's the worst fucking grass besides GWS's ground. But yeah, if people talk like, oh yeah, it's the fucking best ground in the country. What are you looking at? It looks like a patchy.
So people say Optus is the best ground in the country.
It does, mate.
Adelaide Oval's the best ground in the country.
Literally, I was saying someone wrote it the other night. They're like, yeah, there should be a grand final with fucking thing, and they're like, I said, regardless, the MCG's the place for it. They're like, and then people are kind of like, oh, it's getting old. Yeah, it's old. It's been there for 100 years or plus.
I'm a fan of them maybe sharing it around,
but I just don't think. I don't believe sharing it around because you're halving the amount of people.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you want to play to 100,000 people? I'll tell you now. If you said to Adelaide about fucking the build up. No city is the build-up that Melbourne does grand final week. You go to that fucking grand final day, grand final parade, there's fucking 100,000 people in the streets. And then you fucking all the lead-ups, all the shit. I went to there for the grand final.
Have you come down for Gather Round yet?
No.
Fuck, it's so good.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
It's insane.
Yeah, I might actually try next year.
So the city... is fucking bunter all week, and it's like you can watch 7-8 games in a fucking week. It's crazy.
I think they should probably do something similar in WA as well, but I don't know if WA has the grounds.
Everything's so spread out too.
Yeah, I think if you did Optus, the Wacker, maybe fucking Joondalup Oval, and like did your country games out kind of there, and maybe one in Bunbury. You've got fucking thing. But they'd want to get Optus's oval right because it literally looks like shit. Watch it next time and go, it's fucking brown, it's green, it's fucking looks like it's just been rolled out. Like it's
How many
like
does it see? Optus
56, I think. And it's fucking sick. Like it's good to watch. It's well set up. It's fucking nice, but whatever. But I watched like fucking the gather round fucking game in Mount Compass, and the ground there is better than the fucking AFL ground.
I don't know why they don't do one at South Adelaide.
Yeah, I wonder.
They didn't do it at South Adelaide, but they did one in like fucking Mount like somewhere fucking real.
Yeah, they did
rural.
one up in the hill at Mount Compass.
Was it Mount Compass?
Yeah.
Right?
No,
it was Mount Gambier. You sure?
no, it wasn't. Oh no, wasn't Mount Compass? It was. What's at the top of fucking the hill going up?
Well, like Sellex.
No. If you're going to Melbourne.
Oh.
Not Murray Bridge.
No, I know what you're talking about. That's not Mount Gambier. Fucking Murray Bridge?
No, it's not Murray Bridge.
You sure it wasn't Mount... No, that's after.
No.
Because I was so confused. I was like, why the fuck aren't they playing a game at South Adelaide? Like, put Carlton and fucking...
Oh, I'll actually check. For some reason I fucking thought, hang on, where's up the hill? I'm just trying to find... Where's Murray Bridge? Fucking hell, am I this lost? Literally, I'm like looking at my fucking maps, like where the fuck is Mount Barker?
Mount Barker, that's the one. It was Mount Barker. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they did that because it was like they should give those people like a game, but fuck, not playing a game at South Adelaide would be killer.
But it looked fucking sick when they did the drone footage, and it's like rural and the fucking ovals like
it's just local footy with fucking gun players.
Yeah, I was like, this is actually fucking cool, and like I think they try and like want that for like when they go to fucking Ballarat and shit. But it's so unfortunate for teams going to fucking Ballarat. Like it's like, and we've copped it so many times. It's like I feel like the biggest stitch up in football is having to go to Tassie to play fucking North in Launceston or going to fucking Ballarat to play bloody the Dogs. Freezing, fucking blowing a gale.
Oh, playing in Tassie would be terrible though.
Oh yeah, I think that's why they need that big stadium. Like they need that big stadium. They're planning for it to be indoors.
Needs a roof. If they're going to put a roof on it,
That's the thing.
They'd have to.
Yeah, because otherwise it just imagine fucking winter. It'd be icicles.
That would be fucking crazy. You love football, eh?
Love it, fucking love it.
If you had to give up footy or music, what would you do?
I literally, because I was playing, I pretty much had to stop playing to be in a band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like at the time we were like practicing. Like we practiced.
You could have been the greatest small forward the world's ever seen.
Oh, fucking! I know. I had my opportunities. No, but we could have. We were using we used the footy club change rooms for band practice. And shit.
Yeah, right.
Like that's how like entrenched in the football club my mum was and still is. So we would just go there.
That little dinger.
Yeah, so we'd just go there, use the fucking thing. It's a concrete bricked room that would sound like dog shit because there was no jam rooms. We'd like, and this was kind of when we kind of outstayed our welcome jamming in our houses. Like, there's only so much your parents want you to fucking...
It was getting too loud.
Jam in the fucking shed and fuck the neighbours off. The neighbours are so pissed off. It's like Tuesday night, they're trying to fucking have a roast and you're fucking playing metalcore.
And use the shit out of it at the time.
PA, no PA, we're singing for a fucking bass combo amp. Sounds like dog shit. And it's like, fuck, yeah, I'm starting a band. Like, I'd be like, fucking call the cops. Like, it's like, oh, yeah.
Have you been to Adelaide Music Hall yet? No. On Hindley Street? That's where Parkway is going to be doing their show.
No, Parkway's fucking entertainment centre.
Is it? I thought they were doing it at Hindley Street Music Hall.
No, fuck, it would have sold out in 11 seconds.
That's what I thought. It was weird that they were doing it there. They're doing entertainment.
Entertainment centre.
Yeah, right.
Pretty sure it sold out.
Yeah, it did. I'm going to need the fucking tickets.
Yeah. I think it happened fucking fast. So.
It did.
It's crazy because Perth, I went into work and everyone's like, yo, your fucking mate's fucking sold out thing in like 20 minutes.
At the Melbourne show, I didn't even know it went up before they sold out.
Yeah, I messaged Winston. I was like, this is fucking nuts. And he's like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. He's like, I literally didn't think it was going to be this fast. I actually talked to Luke on the phone I think it was the day, or maybe the next day. And he's like, it's just fucking crazy. And I'm like, it's mind-blowing that it's this big. Like, when you see certain bands, you're like, fuck, it's all huge. But when you see the fact that they've not only got like the core fan base, which has been there for whatever, but they've got a new fan base with this new album and the theatrics of it all and whatever. And like, I'm a big fan of both. Like, I listened to the fucking new album a while back. And I was like, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I hate it. Like, I don't know if I fucking love it. Like, it's one of them fucking things where it's like, but I know when I see this live,
it's going to be dope.
I'll fucking love it.
Yeah.
Because that's that band for me. I'm like, always when it comes to like listening to certain music, it's cool on CD and you drive your car and you fucking listen to shit. And that's the only way I fucking listen to stuff. Otherwise I listen to podcasts. And I listen to it and I'm like fucking thing. And then, but I listen to them and I've always just kind of, it's given me another fucking thing to think about how Winston's brain ticks. Like, he's a very dramatic, like, smart person when it comes to music. Like, he's one of them overthinkers where it's like, when he's doing the fucking vocals and whatever, he's already thinking about what the crowd's doing. And then he's thinking about what the lights are doing and the fucking show. And like, I can imagine he was probably pretty good in fucking drama class or something, you know? Like, he's
very theatrical, isn't he?
He's a full-on performer. And he's gone from being this like metalcore frontman fucking headbanging and whatever, where he's like the conductor of this ginormous crowd with a fucking backing track, with a fucking light show and fire and all this shit. So you watch and you're just like, this guy's like summoning fucking 10,000 people or 20,000 people or fucking 50,000 with those festivals. And you watch it and you're like, this is a live band. I think a lot of fucking records don't translate until you see them live, and that's 100% that new album. Because like, even the fucking softest shit on it, I fucking watch the YouTubes and stuff. I'm a big fucking fan. Like, they've been my friends for fucking half my life, and I'm still a fan. Like that, and that's what I've always found, and I've never really been like that about any band. But I think because, like, when I've gone through tough times and whatever, they've always reached out and fucking thing, and it's one of those things where I see them grow and whatever, and there was never, for me, because both bands were on the same trajectory at one point,
there was never a jealousy.
I never got jealous. I was always like, fuck, I just want them to win. And I'm still that. I'm like, when I'm messaging my fucking mates going, I cannot believe you're fucking selling this many tickets, it's because I'm fucking proud. Like, you look at, and I'm living such a fucking different life and a different success with business and fucking whatever. But I look at their success and go, they're fucking survived longer than majority of bands do. They've had more success than any other Australian band probably since AC/DC, like, as far as worldwide goes. And there's nothing going to stop them.
And they're a lot of people's greatest metalcore band of all time. Like, a lot of people would say that Parkway's the greatest metalcore band of all time. I wouldn't argue with anyone that said that.
I think without a fucking doubt. Like, I think there's definitely bands that have had great moments. I think they've had great albums.
I reckon Parkway had the best rise in metalcore, hands down, of all time as well.
I think so, because they came from
just loose units from fucking Byron Bay.
Yeah, and they're just surfers, and they weren't expecting to get where they were. And then also you got to look at all these fucking bands in America didn't fucking give them the tours, didn't give them the supports. They fucking went and did shit on their own. They funded it themselves. Everything was on their own. Like, there wasn't the bands going, hey, you should come out and tour with us, fucking whatever. They were like, we're just going to do this themselves, like, do everything themselves. like headlining shows to fucking no one. So it's like you look at a lot of bands. They had the labels, they had the fucking booking agents, they had like a leg up because they were on the same agency as fucking Killswitch Engage. Say for instance, so Killswitch's manager would go, "Hey, I've got this fucking other band, fucking blah blah blah, and they've got to be the main support on this tour." Or they've got to come, this band's coming to fucking Soundwave Festival and they've got to come with it. Parkway never had that. And like a lot of Australian bands never had that. We never had that force of like what management would do in America. America, I always found it very fucking sneaky and fucking whatever. I always found like managers very slimy. And like, so that's why when I respect the bands that are self-managed and so forth, because they haven't got someone that, I don't know. I think maybe because there's always been the horror stories of this manager ripped off this band. They've done this. They've done sketchy shit. Like, yeah, I know. I see that kind of stuff and I'm like, fuck, just get on tours off your own fucking merit. Not because some cunt has said, oh, well, you don't get this band unless you get this band too. Like it comes as a package or fucking whatever. I think like where they just kind of did their thing and went, okay, well, we're now bigger than this band and we're now bigger than this band and we're now bigger than this band and now we're fucking headlining this festival where fucking the other days are fucking Metallica and fucking whatever. Like, and you look at like the European shit they fucking do. It's just like, yeah, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, no one can not look at it and go, fuck, like, not be inspired by that type of thing. Like, I think as far as like bands go and whether you're, whatever you are in music in Australia, you look at it and be fucking inspired and go, fuck, if I can get a tiny bit of that, I'm still very, like, you say you become 10% the size of what Parkway Drive are. You're still fucking big. You're making a huge living off of it. Yeah. Like, say you're 10% what Parkway are. You're pulling fucking 2,000 people or 1,000 people. You're still, if you've done shit right and you've not handed over fucking big publishing, big management fees, big booking fees, fucking whatever, and you're pretty DIY, you're going to make some fucking money.
That'd be a huge trap that a lot of young artists in like any fucking genre would get fucked over by. They'd have this talent, some dirty little sneaky cunt would see it and be like, oh, sign this, and they getting 65-70% of revenue for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
And then they're fucked, rather than just, a lot of people though these days can do it on their own because of social media.
Yeah, and
social media is the best fucking publicity of all time.
If you can reply to emails, you can talk the talk, you can manage your own deals, you can manage money and whatnot. What's stopping you for doing a job that you're going to pay someone 20% or 10% of that you can do yourself? Fair enough, it's time and fucking whatever. But Luke gets up, he fucking gets on his fucking computer, does what he does through the day, depending if the surf's good. I'm sure if the surf's good, he's fucking changing his day around. But you do all this fucking stuff, like does all this stuff himself. And I believe like when they were going through their fucking issues with each other and whatnot, and like the end of the day, that comes down to who's doing what and whether it was jealousy or whether it was, I've never actually, like when they did the DVD stuff and whatever, or the Netflix thing, I never like went, oh hey, like what was actually the root of all the problem? I never, and like they I haven't watched it. Yeah, they go into certain things and whatnot, but like the root cause, I never was like, why the fuck he is fighting kind of thing, or why he is disagreeing or whatever. But I think they probably went, okay, maybe we need a proper manager, and then went, or maybe we don't, because if it's not broken, why fucking try and fix it? Like it's you're going to give someone else all this fucking money.
And they're talking 10% of what they're earning is
you're making
a lot of money.
You're giving someone a fucking beach house if that's the case. Like I don't. Long time ago, I stopped knowing the extent of their incomes or whatnot, but they've definitely been probably. I don't highly doubt there's many more successful bands financially ever in Australia because they've been fucking smart. And what other music genres never had was the pandemonium of merch sales.
I was going to say merch in hardcore, in metalcore, in any form of rock music, merch.
It's a fucking uniform.
It's like my mate James Conahan, who's fucking your biggest fan. Like, he cried when you came on my podcast. He loves you. He fucking has the most obscure band shirts. He's got like bands from Lithuania with 6 followers, and he'll have their merch.
Yeah, well, and that's the support of music. You want to support someone, you buy the shirt. It's the only. I feel like music, and it's only certain genres too, because rappers, no one's going.
They try and fucking have alcohol businesses.
Yeah,
and shit.
like they're not. It's not like you go to a fucking Cursor show or something and every cunt's wearing a fucking Cursor shirt. Highly doubt it. You go to a Parkway show, everyone's wearing a Parkway shirt.
Like 95% of people.
Yeah, and then the only other thing that's like sports teams, ginormous. It's like you go to a Crows game, you go to any sport, they're fucking, it's obviously selling fucking crazy amounts of merch. But metalcore, punk rock, and certain things, like DJs aren't doing that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no one's wearing a Fisher shirt.
No one's buying a Fisher shirt, like unless it's fucking something with a meme on it and it's funny. Like I'm sure he sells fucking tens of thousands of merch, but I don't think he's doing $100,000 worth, like or more. I literally think like
I heard they made an astronomical amount at, was it Not Fest?
Yeah,
on the merch, I heard they fucking killed it with merch at Not Fest.
Yeah, I have no doubt and like I talked to Jed about and he does all their merch and he's fucking busy all the time. And like I'm always like fucking, he's like, oh, they fucking, this came in. And,
he does all their merch still.
Yeah, so like he does all the online store shit. So like I always like, oh, I was trying to just get shit. Like I'm like, if there's any skateboards or stuff like that, because I like putting the skateboards on the roof and stuff like that. But he's like, yeah, fucking this amount of boxes is showing up fucking this week. They've got a 20th anniversary of these shirts and stuff like that. So like obviously online store shit is ticking. And then you hear like about Not Fest and like they say there's fucking 30,000 people. There's a chance you're going to sell fucking a certain amount per person that walks through the fucking door. And it's like there's a percentage with bands for shows.
Well, that's like the first thing if I don't have a ticket, but if I do somehow obtain a fucking ticket to Parkway, first thing I'll be doing is going and buying a shirt.
100%. And that's always been the case. Like there's bands that have a fucking line at their merch desk for the whole night. And then like you look at Speed, obviously the hypest fucking hardcore band probably ever in Australia. Like as far as like obviously, but I always consider Parkway Drive a hardcore band because of where they've come from. But Speed are like a more traditional style of hardcore.
They're killing it.
And you see shirts fucking everywhere. Like, and I know some of the dudes for a long fucking time. They've been doing bands for a long time. Their success is like near mainstream. Like they're on fucking Foot Locker ads and doing fucking collabs with Nike and all this shit. Like, I'm sure that pays. I wouldn't have a fucking clue what, but I'm sure it fucking pays.
The only like hip hop rap artists I can think of that have formed like, they actually cross over with hardcore a lot in Melbourne, Posse Shop.
Oh yeah, that's all the same.
They're fucking, they got like a cult follow. Like they don't have a following. Yeah. They have like a cult. They have fucking formed a cult because because they've crossed over in this weird niche of like skateboarders and people who love hardcore but people who love hip hop. They've got this strange niche and they've marketed it so well that all of their fans cop every single one of their merch drops.
Yeah, and I think all it takes is like proper support. You can get, if people get behind a certain thing like what they have, it's like they definitely sell a lot because I see those fucking shirts everywhere too.
Do you still have those cooking with crafter tops?
No, I don't. I sold fucking heaps. But
Really?
yeah, it was psycho amounts. Fucking psycho. Like that's the dumb shit that I've always managed to do. Is like I can take the piss out of myself and just make something fucking stupid. Like
Someone actually asked a question of you to bring back a merch brand in one of the questions.
mistake clothing.
Yeah.
100%.
Someone
It's every day.
messaged and goes, when the fuck is he going to bring back Mistake?
Yeah, 100%. Everyone fucking messages me. I just don't have the time. Like, I'm doing this. So all the charity stuff. I just got off the phone today with a youth homeless and youth services place. They deal with like a lot of young families and stuff, and deal with like people not only that are homeless or transitioning from being homeless into houses and then houses into sustainable jobs and so forth. So I had a good chat to a lady today about an event I'm going to try and put on. I'm going to try and get some... I'm not a big fan when it comes to giving money. Like I don't find... For me, giving money to a charity or an organisation...
Doesn't really solve the problem, does it?
Could go to a CEO or whatever. My goal with this one is to give... clothing. I've got Harley behind it. Hopefully they're going to fuck a deck a heap of people out. But my goal is to get the money, be able to buy bedding, be able to buy toiletries, clothing and so forth for whether it's these people or whether it's the people of the area of Joondalup, which are like a lot of homeless people. And
Why don't you hit up Street X?
Well, I will as well, actually. I might actually. I don't know them, but obviously all of my
Gucci
mates,
Smoothie on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, so
He's
all my mates are obviously fucking friends with them. And then try and get some bands behind it, see if Parkway will throw in a bunch of shit. See if the fucking all the bands I'm friends with, see if they will, regardless if chucking a fucking hoodie on someone, regardless if it's a band or fucking not. These people are sleeping in the cold.
Even if you just got the stock that's not printed on,
and
just the unprinted stock.
I was gonna chat with AS Colour as well, because obviously I'm gonna lean on the fact that we've always used it. Bands I know have always used it and so forth. It'd be good for them to, whether they can donate fucking 50 fucking hoodies and go a long way. So then there's that one, and then there's we're doing fucking rides and stuff, and I made a group on fucking Facebook, like a closed group, and I just put it as like WAHC riders or W Harley riders or whatever, and then like within an hour there's 100, within fucking 2 hours there's 200 people in it. So then it's about 2,000 people in this fucking Facebook group chat. Whenever we do a ride, fuck 100 people. If I announced a ride like so it was not last Friday night, the Friday night before, and I was like, ride this week, here's the fucking location. It could be a wild one, you know. Like I didn't want a lot of the older people that don't like skids and a bit of fucking hoonery. So we kind of knew to not invite fucking everyone, but there was still over 100 people, and it was fucking chaos. So those nights aren't going to be the fucking charity rides and so forth. The charity rides, we try and get
more structured.
Out. Yeah, they're more structured. There's no one's doing skids. We don't want fucking bullshit. Like, there's the nights I'll go out on my own or go out with my mates and shit, and it's just chaos. We're just doing fucking burnouts and just being bogans that we are. But then for the charity stuff, I try and like invite a lot of people from different other groups, as far as like different charity groups that do rides and so forth. So this one's going to be the end of July, and that's going to I'll finish and then feed the homeless people of the area and stuff like that. And then the toy run stuff is for December, and I think I'm going to Sydney to do it one weekend, and then Perth the next weekend. So I'm going to try and grow it this year to go to Sydney. Obviously Harley behind it, Harley Heaven, Perth, we'll start with them, and then Harley Heaven in Western Sydney are trying to help and get on board, so we'll start another one there. So that's where so much of my time is, and even with that, I was like, I'll just make some fucking shirts. I fucking probably sold 500 shirts, like, already. Like, and it's like, I don't need the money, so like, it's given me an opportunity to not only have funding behind what I'm doing, but not have to go into my own pocket nowadays like I would to put on these charity things. Because, like, we raised fucking, I don't know, about 12 or fucking 13,000 last year for
That ain't bad.
the toy run, and donated, I drove 5 van loads of toys to fucking women's shelters, to the Starlight Foundation, to a few youth services places, like all these places, like, and all these people are in fucking need. But for me, I would rather go shopping and get the stuff myself and feel like I'm really giving. So we did everything from fucking toys to sanitary items to gift packs to fucking everything. And like, there's a lot of people that are in these places that, and I've had friends in these places. There's kids there. There's fucking people that are, whether they may not be homeless, but it may be a domestic violence situation. So you feel like you're really, and like it also, for me, I have Kennedy shopping with me. I have Kennedy taking toys with me.
Good for her
We're
as
driving
well.
around in the fucking van and we're giving to people that are in need just before Christmas.
Good for her at a young age to see that.
To see. And it's like, it's pretty fucking cool to go. And I felt like this was a bit like a fucking band situation. I'm like, toy run, fucking here's a flyer, fucking starting at Perth Harley, we're finishing at Harley Heaven, fucking Midland. This is the fucking route, and like 20 fucking $5, come. Well, fucking, I get there at fucking just before fucking 8. There's fucking 30, 40 bikes in the car park already. And we don't leave till 10:30. I'm like, fuck, this is going to be big. So it was over 200 just like
That's wild.
first year. So there's a fucking sea of bikes. Like, it's crazy. So this year's going to be a bit more structured. Like, it was a bit of a first go at it, and not really. Didn't have this fucking Facebook group. Nothing.
That would have been chaos.
Literally just like, here's the fucking route. Here's a flyer. And I had only my Instagram. Now I've got like this fucking Facebook group with a fucking couple of thousand people in it. Like, we could do 500 this year, like, quite easily. And it's like, now I've got like a footy club that's going to give me their car park. We're going to do fucking food trucks, going to get the car fucking people out with their fucking like old school cars, and then have a bit more of a structured situation.
Turn it as more of an event.
Heaps more of an event, and then like have like a breakfast kind of style thing at fucking the Harley dealership, and then go on a fucking hour ride.
Do you have an Instagram for the page?
It's WAHD Riders. And then the other ones, I think the Toy Run WA or Toy Run WA, one or two. And then so like that's where, and like when people are like, do this fucking thing, I'm like, my focus at the moment is this, because it's like, although music has been such a fucking thing in my life, I'm like, organising shit like this is fucking cool, because I'm giving something over, like, able to use social media for something good rather than just utter nonsense. Like, I can go doing this fucking ride, fucking everyone pay $25, $30, fucking whatever. And we're going to give this massive amount of shit to people who didn't think they were going to get it at Christmas time. Like those kids, like, and because we know now, like, we're pretty, like, on fucking, like, friendship terms with a lot of these shelters and, whether it be the youth services places, the women's shelters, the homeless shelters and so forth. We now know them, so we're like, fucking, to the point where, like, we got to one place and they weren't expecting us to come. I fully forgot, like last year, I fully forgot about this one place. And then we've shown up and I was like, hey, I've got a heap of shit. I met you 2 years ago because they came when we had this other, because we used to just do toy drops. Oh no, it was a year before. And we used to just do toy drops. So people would just drop stuff. A bunch of people donate crypto and fucking all sorts. So then I'd have big amounts of fucking money. And we were raising fucking $5,000 kind of thing. But this year, Highway Harley or Harley Heaven donated fucking kids' bikes because they own 99 bikes. They donated fucking vouchers so they could buy helmets and fucking so forth. Harley Australia donated fucking vouchers. We had a big raffle. We had all this shit. And then so we go to this places and we're like, I've got fucking 10 bikes in here. And they're just like fucking mind blown. They're just like, this is fucking, we just got 10 kids. Oh, I'm like, what are kids are? Well, these kids are asking for fucking bikes or skateboards or whatever. It's like, I've got all of that. I've got footballs. There's fucking scooters. There's fucking everything. So you go, you see the people, those people's eyes light up, and the happiness and whatever. They're just the workers. We don't meet the kids, and we don't meet the fucking.
But you can imagine.
But you can imagine that just like, and then the messages and the thank you letters and all this shit. It's like, I never go, oh, fucking, whoa, look at me, fucking shit with this. It's just more so I talk about it because it brings more awareness to certain problems, but also brings awareness to what we're doing that might bring more people out, or even people might just look on my Instagram and go, hey, how can I just donate $50? Can I just donate fucking this? You know, I've got fucking, I work for this company. I want to donate $1,000. Like I had like, people just donating me money, just have their fucking name on the shirt. They're like, yeah, can we sponsor it? And I'm like, I'm going to fucking start the sponsorship thing way early. Why just building companies out of nowhere go, I'll give you $1,000. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go tomorrow and fucking buy 10 bikes or fucking whatever. Like it's, and it's just a fucking, it's a cool thing to put something online that's like that and actually have people make effort and kind of give a shit about what you're doing, because I've been fortunate enough to do very well with business. My daughter did have all the presents under the tree. We didn't have fucking broken Christmases. We had, she's with me and she's off to her mum's. Like she has this joy of both things. We have a very good co-parenting relationship. But some of these kids and some of these families and some of these women and some of these people who's in homeless shelters, or some of these young kids who have kids of their own, have had very unfortunate circumstances, and whether it be things for drug abuse or alcohol abuse and all this stuff that's forced them to be in these places. So it's like, it's the fucking least we can do, because when one of our workers ended up being in a very violent domestic violence situation with a newborn baby, and very the person that's doing it, the father and whatnot, put her in that situation. Those people helped my worker more than you can ever fucking believe. They bought her a fucking flight back to the UK to help her out, to get her back to her family and to feel safe, because she didn't feel safe, regardless of what I said was like, it's fine, like everything's going to be okay, like fucking if he shows up, you know, like sort things out. Regardless of all that, she didn't feel safe, and they got her back. They got her back to the UK and to her family where she needed to be. Well, they were the first fucking number I called. Hey, I've got all this shit. Come and visit. Nice to meet yous. And we've had a relationship with this one place for three years now. So like when we were just dropping stuff off, like they'll all come out, you know, like because they know we're coming, fucking whatever. Like the CEO comes, like they're that grateful, and it's like I look at stuff like that. It's like these people have helped my person, and I'm glad that I have the reach and the fucking ability from social media, from riding motorcycles and so forth, to be able to give what I can to these people at Christmas time, because unfortunately the government isn't funding fuck all. Like the government's doing fuck all. Like the more and more like shit you hear of fucking this person getting killed and this, like it's every fucking day. It's every fucking day. There's shit the other day, fucking dude, domestic violence situation, goes and shoots a fucking woman and her child.
Where?
In Perth.
Really?
2 days ago or 3 days ago. So you look at stuff like that and it's like, how's this fucking person on the streets? Like, how have you let this person out? How have you let this person obtain guns? What the fuck is the government doing if they're not protecting people? And it's clear there's a fucking problem. And they come out and they're like, fucking, yeah, like, literally I feel like the government comes out and the coppers make these fucking press conferences like one prayer. Like, literally, it's that kind of shit. Like, it's fucking all talk, and they don't do fucking anything because they put these people in front of judges and then they go, yeah, no, we'll give them bail. What? You're giving this fucking spastic bail? Like, this person's done this, and this. They're a fucking stalker. They're fucking done all this crap, and you're going to fucking bail them out? But the government, I feel like that's the government just fucking gives people the answers that the fucking people on the news, like people that watch the news, want to hear. No one real believes that shit.
Some people fucking do.
Well, yeah, no, but what I'm saying is idiots that believe the news, you know? These are the same people that go, oh, you know, fucking Israel isn't very bad. They watch the news and they go, yeah, like they're only doing this because they don't want Hamas to.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking blind? There's this, and this is a completely different topic, but like, are you fucking blind? Why the fuck does this many people need to die other than like some kind of genocide? But that's another fucking political fucking thing in itself. But like, people watch the news and believe the bullshit that the news spreads because depending on what political fucking reasons, whether it's they're following this political party or fucking whatever, it's you kind of fed what they want you to fucking eat, and they go, here's this and this, and people go, oh yeah, that must be all true because people are brainless, just fucking brain dead. Like, I don't watch the news. I read the news on my phone and I go, oh, that's all fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
It's a load of shit.
Yeah, and you look at Instagram and you're like, I believe Instagram more than I believe the fucking news.
100%.
Like, you watch all this shit and you're like, that's fucking horrible. Oh, okay, you needed to do this, and this, and like, every time a woman or in the instance of the other day, a young girl dies, they come out and they're like, the same fucking press conference. It's like, how about you come out and you talk about action? How about you talk about what you're going to do or what preventative measures you're going to have? How about you talk about quicker fucking response times for police when they fucking call? You call the cops and fucking
take
fucking
20, 40, 30 minutes just to think about coming.
But man, you call them and go, oh, there's a fucking bikie, or there's fucking this.
There's a gram of meth on the floor.
Yeah. There's like fucking this. They'll be there in fucking 2 seconds. But it's like, it really fucking rattles me because it's like their priorities and their fucking thing. It's like, especially with like WA, it's like, obviously the police are fucking they must be understaffed because there's more ads on TV for police than I've ever seen before. It's like, because no one wants to fucking do that job because it's fucking, one, society's pretty fucking cooked. Two, who the fuck wants to be a copper?
It's a thankless fucking job.
Yeah, like fuck. It's and I say this all the time. It's the cunt that was at school that got bullied. They're the cop because like no one else fucking wants that job, and like half the time they're fucking people that really take that role and exploit it or fucking fuels their ego or fucking whatever, and then they become fucking bullies and they think they're the fucking man. So I think like WA police especially, because there's been so much of these situations where there's women knifed or shot or fucking bashed or all these fucking things, and you hear all this stuff, and it's like, it rattles me a lot because it's like, I have a child who's a female. I have a lot of, I've obviously had a worker that was in a very horrible domestic violence situation, and it's like, it doesn't take much for someone to, whether they punch them or fucking. And when there's things like drugs or alcohol and whatever involved, I'm like, and that's what I also wonder when it comes to these situations is how much is drugs, how much is alcohol, how much is
all playing a part,
or how much is also systemic issues where they've gotten
the shit kicked out of them as a child.
They've seen this shit as their whole lives as well. So it's like, I get that it's a fucking real complex situation and fucking whatever, because how do you fucking monitor everyone? But
the thing would be, it's like there was a good quote I heard years ago, but it was for America and it was about guns. It's like America has a mental health problem disguised as a gun problem. It's the same thing in Australia.
Yeah.
Like Australia has a mental health problem disguised as a domestic violence problem.
Yeah, and I think these people aren't stable-minded humans.
No, they're fucked. Anyone that can go up to a fucking girl and just punch them in the head and fucking bash them over there. Even girls, like don't. There's domestic violence both ways. It's probably 90-10, 90%, 10%. But like any male, fully grown male, that can walk up to a girl and just beat the fucking shit out of them, you got something wrong with you.
Yeah, I think that's where like maybe the drugs or the alcohol or whatever. Like we all know someone that's done something when they're pissed that regrets it the next fucking day. If people have had like a bad, maybe they witness their own family or their domestic violence situation, maybe they inside their head they start to believe that shit's okay. It's such a fucking, and I've talked to people in that space a lot about certain things, and the protection and measures that are in place just aren't enough.
No.
Like it's like...
And you need to call them like 100 times to like... Yeah. It needs to happen like 10 times for them to take any action.
And I read something today about that person that was that shot these people the other day. And there was all sorts of stuff had gone on. And I think maybe like VROs and so forth. But like I feel like if they've got those fucking things, why can't they get visited? Like why can't the cops go and maybe just pop in and go... Just checking you're not being a fucking goose. Like, you're not being a fucking cook cunt. You're not stalking. You're not...
Because that doesn't raise revenue.
Well, they did it with COVID.
Yeah.
If you fucking...
They were getting fines, though. Yeah. They were giving out fines.
Yeah, if you were fucking... My mate was like, came in from New South Wales and they were checking on him every fucking day. How do you have the resources to check on one random guy in a fucking suburb? Because if you catch him slipping, you give him a fine. You give him a fine. And that's why I'm like, surely they can maybe just... Like, I feel like, hey, you're out on a fucking domestic violence, whatever it may like thing or VRO or fucking whatever. Chuck a fucking ankle monitor on them, literally. Then you at least know they go anywhere fucking near that place and it's buzzing like a motherfucker. Like you put places where they can't go near, fucking whatever, where it be that kind of thing or where it be fucking pedophiles or fucking whatever.
Oh, that's another fucking thing.
Put a fucking chip in their fucking brain and follow them around. Like, I don't know what the fucking answer is, but it's like you monitor that motherfucker like nothing else. They've the one that done this. They're the piece of shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if they've done their time and they deserve fucking bail or whatever. It's like you still got to monitor these fucking people because
they're sick.
Unstable shit and drugs and alcohol and fucking whatever, and whether it be fucking obsession over a person. They need to be fucking they need to be looked at because there's been other ones like in WA where it's just like young mums like fucking all this shit like they've been shot or they've been stabbed or they've been this, and it's one of the most like rattling fucking things because it's like you go to these shelters and so forth and you know there's a lot of people in there. You know there's like some of them 100 families, like 100 women and kids and fucking all sorts. So you know that they've all been in a very fucking horrible situation to be where they are. So every one of those people could have ended up as a fucking statistic. So like when I'm like doing and for some of it I've actually like got to hand kids. It's fucking rare. Like I've got to hand some kids some stuff and so forth. But that's only because one of the places I've like obviously been very we
work together
closely for years. And like I always go there and like go to these places and when I'm trying to plan everything and so forth and chat about certain things. But like I think when I started doing it, I was very mind blown with the amount of kids and stuff and families and women and so forth, because it all started because a girl from DCP was getting tattooed and she was talking about like her role and stuff, and I was just like, how many kids are there? And she's like massive numbers, and I was like, how about we just fucking put a Christmas tree here, chuck some toys under it, I'll throw in a couple grand, buy some shit. Fucking, you know, like I'll help some kids out this year. I'll give you this fucking all this stuff. And then it kind of was like, the next year was too big. There was just too much stuff, and the next year was too much stuff. So we then that's when we started going to Starlight and a place called Lucy Saw and just a bunch of refuges and the youth services places and stuff like that. But like when it comes to like the youth services places, it's like this kid's 15 and has a baby, or this kid's fucking 16 and has a child, and they're homeless or something like that, and they're in whatever, and it's like, well, they can't afford to buy their child nappies and all this stuff, so here you go, here's fucking all this stuff. So it's like, it started as one of these things, so now it's like, we kind of like, it's a bit of a thing where it's like a pretty broad area that we give to, because even like Starlight, it's like, Starlight is a bigger company, like bigger organisation. They obviously get a lot more donations and so forth. But when it comes to the toys and stuff, that's distributed through the whole fucking year. So like with what we gave them, it's like the kids in hospital when it comes to teddies and so forth. That
birthdays, shit like that.
That's all for the whole fucking year. So it's like they mainly deal with like a lot of kids that are in hospital for a very fucking long time. When I was a kid, like, I can't remember what it was, but there was kids that were like very sick and whatnot, because I had asthma real bad. I was in and out of hospital. There was like things like that back then. So it's kind of like when I went there and I was talking to them, they're like, yeah, we use all this stuff for the whole fucking year, where the shelters more so like big amounts at Christmas, and then they keep a little bit of stuff just for fucking birthdays. So it's definitely been a very eye-opening situation of the struggles and the problems out there for people, because like when I went through a breakup and like I was like sleeping in friends' like houses, like on couches and shit like that, and didn't have fucking money, I could have, the mental health side of things could have left me. And back to the alcohol thing of earlier, if I was probably a drinker or a drug addict or whatever, I could have gone down a very fucking post-music, post a career of being this fucking larger-than-life, put on a pedestal kind of person. I could have very easily gone down a very bad path. And there were definitely times where I was in my warehouse, well, I was printing in a shed at the time, trying to make ends meet with that. So, like, come full circle to go, I've got a fucking platform where I can do all these things and help out people who may just need that leg up, that fucking bit of inspiration, that skateboard for a child, bike for a kid, the football that may fucking turn them into an AFL player. It's those small things that make me go, oh, fucking, this is continuing to make me not only work hard with what I'm doing, but to push what I'm doing even more to try and make it bigger. Like, if I could, I would have fucking done the toy run in every fucking city this year. But I don't have the fucking backing behind me.
Yeah.
And when I've talked to people about the bigger motorcycle events and charity events, they're like, they've got fucking teams. You've got you. And you fucking, and mates are like, you're stubborn, where you don't want any, it's not that I don't want anyone to help me. I'm just kind of like, if I want it done, I do it myself. I'm so DIY with everything where I'm like, no, I'll just do it myself. Need to paint a fucking chop? I'm a painter. Need to fucking do this? I'll get the fucking, turn the power off and try and wire something. Like, I'll wire up a fucking, call my mate who's a Sparky. I'm like, so the fucking green one, like, have an electric, he's like, just please tell me the power's off. But like all these things, like, I just feel that I can do it. So, like, when it comes to the stuff with all this shit, I just like doing it myself. I just like, because it's kind of like a passion project where I know that it's going to a good, it's a good thing, and it's going to a good place, and it's going to people that truly need help. Like, just, and it's I'd say help when it comes to thing where it's just like, hopefully just those small things on a Christmas day can help them have a better day in a probably pretty dark time.
And you said you can find these on Instagram. Is it WAM?
I'll just check.
Double check them.
So the Insta is where is it? WA Harley Riders.
WA Harley Riders.
Yeah, and then the other one is the Toy Run WA.
Well, everyone, go suss them out. If you got a business, throw them some fucking money.
Exactly, yeah. And if anyone like clothing brands and shit want to help this winter, chuck us some fucking hoodies and shirts and shit, and we'll make sure people are a little bit warmer, because especially here it's fucking cold.
Fucking cold.
and that's the thing. And when it comes to people, there's a lot of people sleeping out in the streets and parks and so forth, especially with the housing crises and so forth. It's a lot of people have been unfortunate to get put into those positions where they probably never thought they would. So, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
We'll do it in another year when you fucking
legend.
come back.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, bro.
Thanks, mate.